Hey buff dudes and girls, well it's summertime, and what happens with summertime? You want a barbecue, and we've actually had quite a few comments saying, where's your guys' barbecue episode? So we're bringing a barbecue episode right now, and we're gonna do kebabs. So we got the chicken ready, it's right over here. We're gonna actually pour it right into a pan in the sink, that way we can kind of rinse it off, and these are tenderloins. So you can get any kind, you can do chicken breasts as well, but these are gonna be a little bit easier to cut up. You can dump them in there, we're gonna rinse them off real quick. Make sure they're nice. There we go, nice and clean. Remember, you always want to wash your hands and use utensils whenever you're doing any kind of raw meat, especially chicken. So we're gonna rinse those off, make sure they're nice and good. We're gonna bring them over here, just like so. Gonna lay them down. We're gonna start cutting them off. We're just gonna do it in 3 pieces. So 1, 2, and 3, just like that. Boom, boom, boom. Because these are gonna be going, we're gonna be sticking that kebab right in there, along with the bell peppers and zucchini, onions, mushrooms. There we go, 1, 2, 3. Okay, we just cut up the last pieces just like so. Now we got a bag here, a nice big Ziploc bag. We're gonna throw all these pieces of chicken in there that we cut up. Real easy, just like so, yeah. Nothing too fancy about it. If you're sloppy about it, who cares, right? So we're gonna kind of judge just a little bit of olive oil here, just to kind of coat the chicken. So we're just kind of eyeballing it. You don't want to put too much. If you want to be kind of a little bit more picky with it, you can always measure it out, making sure if you're counting macros or anything. But at this point, we're not. A lot of it's gonna burn off when we barbecue it. So it's really just to marinate it with a nice healthy fats from the olive oil. So we're squishing it up, making sure the olive oil is coating the chicken, and then we're gonna do some seasoning. We're just gonna do some Tuscan style seasoning. It doesn't really matter what kind of seasoning you do as long as you like it, so personal taste, definitely. If you wanna watch your sodium intake, like Mrs. Dash is out there and stuff, that's like sodium free. We're not really caring too much about that. We're just gonna dump this in here, make sure it coats all that chicken, just like that, there we go. Again, nothing too fancy here. So we're gonna mix it up, kind of squish it around, make sure this is sealed nice and tight, because you wanna be squishing this around and it falling all over the place, creating a mess. Unnecessary cleanup. We want that. Okay. There we go. I'm gonna fold this up, put it in the bag right here, and then we're gonna marinate it in the fridge. Now you can either marinate it for a couple days, really soak up all those flavors, or you can do it for 30 minutes, whatever. So if you're in a rush, 30 minutes is just gonna be fine. Quick tip, we got the wooden skewers, but what you wanna do is actually put them in a pan, just like so, lay them out. Put some water in there, just to have them soak while you prepare everything else. And that way, when you stick the chicken on there and also the veggies and everything like that, they're not gonna stick on to the wooden skewers. So when you're done cooking them, you pull them off, it's nice and easy. Also due to the heat too, so this is gonna dispel a lot of that heat, so you don't want them to burn up obviously on the grill, and you won't have them too hot on the grill either, and you'll wait from the flame, but at the same point, you just, you wanna be careful. You want the skewers to turn out good, and you want these puppies to light on fire and then ruin your dinner. We got the chicken marinating, we got the skewers soaking in water. Now time to cut up the veggies, get them ready to put on the skewer with the chicken. So we just got some zucchini here, we're just gonna cut it in some chunks here. Leave some space, you wanna leave some space so that way you can skewer it right through here, cook it. So it's about maybe an inch cut, a little less, just kinda eyeball it. Thankfully, there's no science behind it. Makes it a lot easier that way. Bowl over here. We're just gonna place all the veggies in this bowl, and that way we can kind of pick and choose what we want to put on the skewers. So up next is gonna be mushrooms. We're just gonna cut these in half, just like so, and we're gonna skewer them. That way it doubles it up. We don't run out of mushrooms too quick. Some of the smaller ones you can keep whole and skewer them, but it's just kind of up to you like that. You just keep, or you can just call kind of every single one in half and use them that way. It's kind of up to you and how many mushrooms you have, or how you like to eat your mushrooms. It's all customized to your particular taste. Done with the mushrooms, putting them in the bowl here. On to peppers. So what you want to do with this one is pretty easy. Just cut it in two, cut that end piece off, and there you go. And then you can skewer that, or you can do it in thirds. Depends on how big you want your peppers on your skewer. You can do little ones, or you can do bigger chunks, and you can even do whole ones if you really want to, but in this case, we're gonna make it a little bit smaller, let the peppers go a little farther as far as how many you use. Peppers, all done, into the bowl. Now for the onion. One last one, making a nice variety here. Just gonna cut the end off here. What you wanna do is you wanna make pretty big chunks, because we gotta remember, this is actually going into the skewer, so if you cut them too thin, you can't really skewer them. So you're gonna do pretty big chunks, just like so. You're gonna be using these chunks. You can either keep them round, or you can just slice them in two, like that, and skewer halves. It's your choice. Buff dudes do cry, but only when cutting onions. All done with that. Put them in the bowl. We're gonna drizzle a little bit of this olive oil on here, a little extra taste. Just kind of toss it, let it soak in. Might have helped if I got a bigger bowl, but work with what you got. Okay, so we're gonna let these sit for a little while. We're gonna grab the chicken out, get the skewers, start making some kebabs. Oh yeah, don't forget the seasoning. Gonna put a little seasoning on top of these as well. When you toss them, all with that good flavor. That's the whole point of all this. Make it taste nice, flavorful. Get good spices all together. There we go. Toss a little bit more. Grab the chicken and kebabs. Here we come. We got our little assembly line here. Got the skewers here. Been soaking in water the last like 30 minutes or so. Got the chicken that's been marinating for the last 30 minutes. And then of course we got our freshly cut veggies, mushrooms, onions, peppers. And what we're gonna do is go ahead and start the meat. And the order is not specific. You can just do what sounds good to you, what looks good to you. You can do meat, veggie, veggie, meat. Alter it up. Just so that way, whenever you grab a kebab, you have all the flavors, right? All the things you chopped up and prepared, you get them all in one bite, one skewer, just like that. I think we have room for one more protein. Because, you know, as a buff dude, you like getting that protein, building those muscles, right? So a skewer kebab should look about like that. So you're gonna lay that on the grill. It's gonna cook all together, and it's gonna be nice and tasty. But we got a lot of work ahead of us, because we're gonna do a lot of these. We're gonna try to finish all this up, and then put it on the barbecuer. Be ready to eat. So we just finished skewering them. As you can see, made quite a bit, which is perfect. Nice variety of meats and veggies, and you know, mix and matched. It's all good. So what we're gonna do now is take this outside and start barbecuing. And I guarantee that smells are gonna be coming out of that barbecuer, and once it's all done, we get to enjoy, and I can't wait. Okay, here at the barbecuer, it's a beautiful night, nice and dark. Got the light of the fire, and we're gonna place these kebabs right on the barbecuer. Excellent. You can hear it sizzle. That's a good sound right there. Okay, we're gonna let these cook until we place the next little phase of skewers or kebabs on the barbecue here. So I'm just gonna close this lid, let these cook for a while. It's about medium heat. We're gonna wait about 10 minutes, maybe even a little less. We're gonna continue to check on them, make sure they're not burning, make sure they're okay, cooking right, and then we're gonna flip them over to the next side, make sure that cooks on that side. And then we're just gonna continue the process until we're all the way done. We get to enjoy. So it's been about 8 minutes since we put the skewers on, the kebabs on. We're just gonna open this up. We're gonna kind of check on them, flip them over. As you can see, they're nice getting grilled with nice grill marks on there, which is what we want. Good sign of that it's cooking properly. So a nice flip. Some are getting a little toasty, which is okay. We soaked them in water, and that's another reason why we soaked the skewers in water, to kind of protect them from the heat. And then also, so when they're done, all this good food slides right off of them. We can eat it up. Okay, so I don't think it's gonna take another 8 minutes because as you can see, they're pretty much almost cooked all the way through, and you can really tell that because the pink of the chicken starts turning white and it kind of runs all the way through. But we're gonna really check. We're gonna probably about 5 minutes. We're gonna check on them, kind of tear the chicken apart, make sure it's cooked all the way through, and then it'll be good to go. And we'll throw the other skewers on there and cook those through as well. It's been a couple minutes, actually a few minutes, and we're gonna check. We're gonna kind of pull these apart just slightly to check the chicken. I know it's kind of dark to see, and it looks actually really well done. Not well done, but perfectly cooked. I don't know if that's me at the barbecue, but either one, at least it's good. So we're just gonna throw those in. Nice clean plate. Nicely barbecued. Now we're on to the next set of kebabs here. So we're just gonna do the exact same thing as we did before. Lay them straight on the grill. Okay, so it's gonna be 10-12 minutes total time, and the next 8 minutes so I'm gonna check on them so we can flip them over and then cook the rest of it, and they're gonna turn out just like the ones before, and that's it, and then we're gonna be able to enjoy them. So if you're gonna make these yourself, none of this is set in stone. We eyeballed a lot of stuff as far as how much olive oil we use, or how much seasoning we use, what kind of seasoning, even what kind of vegetables. You know, you can do steak, you can do shrimp. We did chicken, nice lean meats, nice healthy vegetables. We did mushrooms. You just customize it to your personal taste and liking. You know, as far as the macronutrients go, there's not really any specific macronutrients because it's kind of hard to judge the amount and what you do, which is totally fine. What you want to do is just enjoy the taste, enjoy the food, and bon appetit, dudes and girls. Doesn't get any better than this. Whew. Still a little hot. Buff dude style.